All right, shifting focus now. After the students' anger over the SSC exams, now the common law admission test exam has come under the scanner. Students who appeared for Clat have approached the Supreme Court, and the Apex Court has asked the National University of Advanced Legal Studies to come up with a wholesome solution to redress the complaints of candidates who had appeared for the exams. Candidates, in fact, have alleged various discrepancies such as glitches in systems, cheating in certain exam centres, glitches in the question order in as many as 243 out of 254 centres where exams were conducted. Clat 2018 was conducted on May 13th by national law universities for admission to their undergraduate law programs.
Extra time was not given. There were a lot of computer glitches. The computers got frozen. The questions were skipped by the computer. And when the candidate actually reported to the invigilators, who was duty bound to look into it, the invigilators did not support them, were not cooperative. And that is why, then there were a lot of discussions happening amongst the students who saw the questions, so that they have an advantage, they have a benefit over others. So this is the major problem which people faced this year.
Was when we were supposed to click the next question, the button was not working instantly. Like if you would click, it was stuck, resulting in which the questions would get skipped. For 2 questions ahead, 3 questions ahead, we had to come back. Moreover, when we had to switch through the sections, suppose a certain number of questions I don't know in the English section, so I'll now want to shift to the legal section. In that process, again the computer was stuck. When there was 4 minutes 26 seconds due on my computer, my test was auto-submitted. And 22 questions I had marked for review, which were, I don't know, where did it go? It just got removed from review, it got detagged.
Let's go across to Milan, who's joining me at this point. Milan, we just heard some of the students and the kind of problems they faced. What are the authorities, as far as this exam is concerned, saying at this point, because they have now also approached the Supreme Court, and what are the students demanding?
Well, Avni, students' demands are very clear at this point. The way the Clat examinations have been conducted, which were done on May 13th, their only demand is now that the current situation, the examination be scrapped, and the results that were supposed to come out on May, at the end of May, should also be withheld, and a retest should immediately be, taken. There have been PILs filed, also in the Delhi High Court and other states as well, but also in the Supreme Court. And I'm going to pose this question to a few students. Do tell us that what were the major issues that you faced on the day of May 13th when the Clat examination was conducted?
See, to start with, the questions were not displayed on the screen, this happened for minutes. Like in an examination which is conducted for 120 minutes, even a loss of 2 to 3 minutes does matter a lot, because we have been strategizing every second. So when the questions were not displayed, we informed the invigilators, and the invigilators responded to that. They asked us to log out. We re-logged in.
But do also tell me that what is the the kind of time and money that you invest in studying for the Clat? How much do you pay for the coaching?
Well, we pay at least 1 lakh for a year in coaching, and then Clat itself took around 4,000 rupees for the application form. And compared to that, the examination centers weren't at par with the money we paid to them. There were technical glitches, and the invigilators weren't aware about the happenings of the examination. They weren't aware of the time-bound nature of the examination, since in my center they were comfortable in taking signatures and thumbprints of students that hadn't filled the attendance sheet before. During the examination, that is while the clock was running. So in an examination where there is an average of 36 seconds per question, all of this loss counts a lot.
You also face similar problems in various centers where the examination was conducted?
Yes, ma'am. At my center, my system crashed more than 8 times. My seat was changed more than 4 times, and just think about it. Would you want to give an exam after getting so stressed out by all the maintenance that is done by the center itself? The people were disrespectful. Like I was not given the time that I had lost. I lost more than 15 to 16 minutes, and they just told me to just go. Because everybody had gone, so they just told me to just go because I cannot no longer give my exam. 15 minutes matter a lot, ma'am. This is not only disrespectful, this is shameful. And I think that that they can, like, there's a need to do a retest. You just cannot do unfair for all the hard work that we have done for more than 1 year.
Well, absolutely. That's the kind of anguish that students are talking about here. Their entire year's work, around lakh to 2 lakh fees paid for the Clat coaching centers there. And also the fact that the exam conducting commission there, the National Universities Advanced Legal Studies for UG as well as PG, taking 4,000 rupees as fee for these examinations, was still not able to give them the correct infrastructure so that the students could give these examinations at par. Back to you.
Right. And Mila, now what is the next step that the students plan to take? Because the top court, what has the top court said about what needs to be done? What is the way forward now for the students?
Well, absolutely there. After this, whatever has happened, what is the next step? What is the next demand that students want? The court is listening to you. The court has also said nodal agency should be appointed.
Yes, actually we just want retest because there is no any other option, because thousands of students, their future is at stake. So there is only one option, retest, because many students got advantage, many students got 4 hours, some student like us got 1 hour or 30 minutes. So this is unfair. The only remedy is only just retest. We only just want retest.
But the clear demand from the Supreme Court as well is a retest, and the fact that proper centers, proper infrastructure should be given. We have seen how a petition was filed in the Delhi High Court as well, where out of the 257 centers, at least 243 such centers have reported an issue. And that petition is also supported by about 2,000 students there. Currently, the bench in the Supreme Court is going to hold a hearing on this. And, further what the court will say, we'll have to wait and see. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Milan, for taking us through those details and for getting us those voices as well. We'll, of course, have to see what happens now going forward.